The paranormal, more precisely spiritualism. It's been around for years and quite frankly it's becoming irritating. Films and TV brainwash us into believing this so-called activity, this phenomenology. The likes of Derek Acora poison our minds with this crap. Nice one, Derek. I can't physically process the fact that people actually make a living out of manipulating the vulnerable. But that's exactly our point. So many people believe, and I'd like to understand why. But enough of this ranting, let's do something about it. Join me as I open my mind to the paranormal world. After spooling through all that crap on the internet, we managed to find some vital information that in 1848 there was 3 sisters called the Fox sisters who started to do pranks on their mother, paranormal pranks, making noises she couldn't explain. She thought her daughters were far too young to be doing something like this. They did something called rapping, where one of the sisters would click their toes and say 2 clicks for yes and 1 click for no if they were talking to the dead. That then spread around New York, which they live, and to the whole entire universe believed in this spiritualism, which is basically a religion now. To me, that is proof that someone made it up. Unfortunately, that happened in 1848. We're now in 2009, so it has been a while. I think what we need to do next is get some first-hand experience, some evidence that something exists out there, which I'm still a bit sceptical about.
So, technically speaking, what a ghost actually is in lay theory is they're often seen as some kind of disembodied spirit that has survived after death. In terms of individual hauntings, we know there are lots of reasons, lots of other explanations without having to resort to the life after death. And even if we couldn't explain a single haunting with any of these psychological explanations, then jumping straight to the idea of dead people is the wrong thing to do. If we can't explain something, deciding it's dead people that did it is not just unimaginative, it's actually quite a stupid thing to do. There are much better ways of trying to resolve these issues.
Let's kickstart this off with going to see a medium. What exactly is a medium? Google tells us mediums are people who have a special gift that allows the spirit people to give messages from the afterlife. Well, let's see about that. Okay, we're here in Gateshead, home of Susan Hadwin. Susan is a well-known psychic within the North East and has agreed to let us interview her, maybe show some photographs. I'm going to have to go in this with a complete open mind and respect to what Susan does as a profession. But in all honesty, let's hope she makes me a brood because it's freezing and too early. '27. Hello, Suzanne.
Hello.
I'm Stephen, pleased to meet you.
Hello there.
This is
how are
Neil.
you? Hello, Neil.
Hi there.
How are you?
This is the camera, don't be afraid.
Hello.
Right. And what exactly does being a psychic entail? What do you have that most people don't?
Well, I've got the spiritual insight towards communicating with your loved ones from the other side. I do one-to-one readings. I also do house and group stages.
Yeah.
I also do house cleansers, which is also demons, poltergeists, and your average spooky hunt. Right, which one is the one?
I mean, I won't lie in saying that with every picture that's meant to be a ghost, we do see a lot of these orbs. So maybe that's an explanation in itself. I mean, is it because we're looking for the orbs, or is it because that's what we expect to see when we see ghosts on camera?
Ouija board, have you heard of that?
Yes.
Don't ever, with anything, if your mates are doing it, walk away.
So when you say don't do a Ouija board...
I'm a medium, you're sceptical, you're a sceptical person. Here's your argument with me, right? I'm a medium, I'm doing table tipping, I'm doing Ouija board. If I was so much of a medium, why aren't I speaking to the spirit instead of communicating on a board?
Yeah.
There's your argument.
So why do they communicate?
Because they can't see. Because these people on the telly are advertising this Ouija board, and all it's doing is open a portal or a gateway to the dark side.
So we are going on a ghost hunt soon.
Yeah.
Going to Newcastle, going to Lloyd's Bar. I was
Right.
discussing it before. What would you offer to ourselves as protection?
Honestly, say, get some sage, for one, Native American sage, okay?
Like sage from sage and onion?
Not sage and onion. It's
Okay.
so much of like white sage you can get, or you can get Native American sage and put it around your aura.
Right.
Okay, you've got to make sure your aura is cleansed. You can get dragon's blood, which is incense as well. Okay, you can either go towards a church and get a little bit of drop of holy water. Okay, as long as you're totally protected for the environment you're walking into. Because if any person comes on a job with me, whether they believe in God or not,
You protect them.
I protect them.
People have been investigating parapsychology and mediums and psychics for nearly a century now. James Randi has £1 million prize for any psychic that can pass his test and show that they are genuinely psychic. And people have tried it and nobody's won it. The reason scientists don't believe it is because there's no evidence. And it's worrying that there are still two sides of the story being heard, because there really is no other side of the story. The game's over. It was over a long time ago, and spiritualists lost.
So, after spending a day with Susan, we found out that she's really passionate about her work, and that's something that we have to respect. But I think the next thing for us is hands-on experience. Time for a ghost hunt.